South Carolina Shrine Bowl team for 1988.
Lewis Austin, D.W. Daniel High School.
My name is Sean Graves. I'm from Marion High School.
West Tate Gavin High School.
I'm Harold Alexander, and I'm from Pickens High School.
Cricket Massey, Northwestern High School.
Shelley Hammonds, Baldwin High School.
Joe Wright, Silver Bluff High School.
I'm Mike Reed from Broome High School.
Terry Smith, D.W. Daniel High School.
Andre Nelson, Lugolf Elgin High School.
Corey Moaks, Greenwood High.
Willis Forston, Clemson High School. Tyrone Gibson, Hartford High School.
Gary Washington, Myrtle Beach High.
Mark Carter from Seneca High School.
Kevin Goodman, Mid Carolina High School.
Todd Ward, Spartanburg High School.
Steve Palmer, Gaffney Senior High School.
Chad Baltziger, Irma High School.
Jerry Wright, Lancaster High School.
Eric Taylor, Spartanburg High School.
Clint Crocker, Northwestern High School.
John Kersey, Riverside High School.
Sean Swoop, Rock Hill High School.
Stacey Seegers, Andrew Jackson High School.
Ernest Daw, Greenwood High School.
Gabriel Wilkins, Broome High School.
Christopher Zeke, Lower Richland High School.
And Sidney Charles from Wilson High School.
Rich Reeves, Somerville High School.
Bert Morris, North Augusta High School.
Rick Steinbacher, J.L. Mann High School.
Jeff Parnell, Stratford High School.
Richie Eagle, Goose Creek High School.
Jonathan Perry, Orangeburg Wilkinson High School.
Bill Isaacs, Pickens High School.
Clyde Livingston, Mid Carolina High School.
Clayton Criswell, Silver Bluff High School.
I'm Lon Armstrong from Mid Carolina High School in Prosperity, South Carolina.
And there you see one of the many bands that will be participating here during this game and also at halftime as well. We're almost set for kickoff here. We still have to meet our North Carolina team, see what their future plans are as far as this Shrine Bowl is concerned. We'll be back after this message from our local stations. This is the Shrine Bowl Network.
Number 11.
Pleasure to represent almost 11,000 Shriners in Sudan Temple, and we're proud to present our annual check to this 52nd annual Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas. Thank you.
South Carolina, North Carolina, 52nd playing of the Shrine Bowl. We can talk a little bit perhaps about selection and the process itself, and perhaps a little change in strategy for North Carolina, going, I think, for what they have seen South Carolina do so effectively, Mike, and that is going for a little more speed. They're much quicker this year.
They really have, just opposite of what South Carolina's strengths are with their size and strength. They've gone with quickness and speed this year, and in their skill positions, they have that quickness and speed. They're going to use them today.
I think it's so critical for North Carolina to keep South Carolina from just exploding out of the box, which they have done for the last 2 or 3 years. They just jump on them and quickly and just take over and just have dominated in the last few games.
You're right, Harold. I think the key for North Carolina is not to dig themselves a hole early and to get out to a good start with their speed and quickness.
But I can tell you what, folks, these South Carolina kids that practice all week, somebody said this was the loudest group they've ever had up here. Usually they're subdued. North Carolina's a little bit loud. It was just the opposite this week. South Carolina kids come up here, at least this year. They have in the past too, but they are extremely confident about winning this football game. Now let us meet the North Carolina Shrine Bowl team for 1988.
Ty Decker, Millbrook High School, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Jimmy Sixeye, Reynolds High School, Asheville, North Carolina.
Jamie Howell, Brevard High School, Brevard, North Carolina.
Rounder Felton, Jordan High School, Durham, North Carolina.
D.A. George, Havelock High School, Havelock.
Robert Hinton, Garner Senior High School, Garner, North Carolina.
Edward Gerald, St. Paul's High School, St. Paul's, North Carolina.
Deion Summers, James B. Dudley Senior High School, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Bracy Walker, Pine Forest High School, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Pat Clarity, Broughton High School, Raleigh, North Carolina.
Mario Williamson, Burlington Williams High School, Burlington, North Carolina.
Tyrone Fuller from Northern High School.
Ronald Smith, Perkins Senior High School, Roxborough, North Carolina.
Big McBride, Red Springs High School, Red Springs, North Carolina.
James Reeves, Hillside High School, Durham, North Carolina.
Chris Strauss, South Ryan High School.
Jeff Battle, West Cowell, North Carolina.
Mark Dixon, Rangeville High School. Shane Hooper, Garner Senior High School.
Lance Johnson from Myers Park High School. Scott Yeoman, Eastern Guilford High School.
I'm James Dimitrakis from Parkland High School.
Dale Ross from Burns High School.
Mike Price, Pisgah High School.
Jamal Pettiford, High Point Andrews High School.
Eric Swan, Western Hornet High School.
Curtis Parker, Forest Hills High School.
Kelly Whitmire, Brevard High School.
Leonard Bartlett, Northeastern High School, Eagles.
John Eggins, Figure River Senior High, Figure River, North Carolina.
Tyler Lawrence, Page High School, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Art Thickman, Smith High School, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Juice Reese, Mount Tabor High School, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Ethan Albright, Grimsley High School, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Adrian Pearson, McDowell High School, Marion, North Carolina.
Doug Henderson, Western Guilford High School in Greensboro.
Bob Boswell, A.L. Brown High School, Kannapolis, North Carolina.
Hal Stewart, Garner High School.
Frank Robinson, Brevard High School, Brevard, North Carolina.
Well, you talk about these coaches. The coaches, at least this week, feel like they've prepared their team very well for this game. We have seen some changes in the offense and the defense as far as this game and how it will be played. It used to be you had to run 3-set offensive formations. That's gone now. You can do anything you want. There's motion, anything you choose to do as a head coach. Little trickery, perhaps, is what we'll see. I'm wondering, Mike, does anybody get an advantage in something like that?
I think that would have to benefit North Carolina's side this year because of the quickness they had at wide receiver in their backfields. I think the offensive opening up of the game, I think it really will benefit them this year in the game.
Defensively, blitzing will be allowed. They can do that. Each team can do it inside their respective 10-yard line and only inside the 10-yard line. So we've seen some changes here. People are just trying to make it, I think, the Shrine Bowl folks just trying to make it a little more interesting. Perhaps, as Mike even said, maybe if you want to give an edge, I don't want to say give an edge to somebody, but open it up a little bit. Perhaps that can give somebody a chance to take advantage, as Mike said, the quickness perhaps of North Carolina. This is what we're going to key on early in this game. You folks will watch with us and see the speed of North Carolina. Can it offset that awesome size of South Carolina? It is incredible.
It really is. It's going to be tough to do for North Carolina. I'm sure South Carolina's going to keep the ball on the ground and try to grind it out with the strength of their interior line. But we'll look for a good game. I think the offset of the strengths between the North Carolina team and South Carolina team makes for a good contest.
Well, we talked about the contrast in styles between both teams, at least for this week of practice. Normally, it's South Carolina. That's the quiet, subdued kind of team. North Carolina just the opposite. At least this week, North Carolina's been the quiet team, just concentrating on the work at hand. Now, these kids, Mike, 17, 18 years old, we talk about it. This is a one-shot deal for them, but yet they're tired, and I know I've talked to them. They're tired of people, the media, talking about this losing streak. They want to get the monkey off their back as quick as they can.
They really do, and I think they see as a type of pressure on themselves to be the first team to win in 8 years. And they've got the caliber of people to do it this year, Harold.
Well, the selection process, they really thought it out, perhaps even more so than ever before. The players they wanted, how they wanted to pick, and again, the key ingredient here, they went for the speed. Well, folks, we're just about ready for kickoff here. We're just about ready to get this underway, the 52nd annual Shrine Bowl football game. We've got the national anthem coming up. Let's go down to the field. We'll have our national anthem coming up. Here at Memorial Stadium, the stadium seats over 20,000. We will have between 18 and 20. I still see some folks coming in for this afternoon. Let's take a look at those all-important weather conditions. Thank goodness the game is being played today as opposed to yesterday when we had rain and snow in our Tar Heel State. Maybe a few flakes down there in the Palmetto State as well. Game conditions, temperature-wise, we're at 48 degrees. We won't get much higher than that. We've got a breeze, southwest breeze, as you see the clouds, and they're ready to go. Relative humidity will never, ever be a factor in this football game, folks. Not in December, I can guarantee you that. We're looking for just an outstanding football game, and we want to keep it, we like to see it be as competitive as possible, so let's hope it stays that way. We want to go now down to the field, the noble Earl T. McClendon singing our Stellar Spangled Banner, accompanied by the Rock Hill High School Band, directed by Dr. Robert Ellwanger.
Our national anthem.
Testing, testing.
He's telling me to go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night night, o'er the ramparts we watched, was so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thank you, Noble Earl
Thank you,
McClendon.
Noble Earl C. McClendon, and thank you, the Rock Hill High School Band, directed by Dr. Robert L. Wanger. Well, we're getting the national anthem out of the way. We've had our player introductions. It's time now to get down to the serious business of why we are here, the 52nd playing of the Shrine Bowl football game. Let's get down to the sidelines right now and check in with Gary Cole.
You know, Harold, if you average the weights of the two teams, it's South Carolina 217 pounds, North Carolina 215 pounds. Only a 2-pound difference, but I think some of these South Carolina guys were turning in their birth weights, because no question about it, down here you can see these guys are huge, they're confident, they're also cocky. During one practice session this week, a number of their guys stormed into the North Carolina locker room and began ridiculing some of the North Carolina players. That didn't sit too well with the Tar Heels, but they let it slide, and they plan to do their talking this afternoon on the field. But no question about it, there is no love lost between these two teams. Back to you, Harold.
That's what a 7-game losing streak will do to you, I think. You get awfully confident and you get awfully depressed about it, too. There you see it, South Carolina has won 21 of the last 28 Shrine Bowl games. They train both here in Charlotte at Garinger High School and actually work out and practice on the same field, although they're separated by a fence. They might have to make the fence a little bit bigger, Mike, if those South Carolina kids keep running in the dressing room there.
They spend a lot of time with each other during the week, Harold, and I know come game time today, they're really looking forward to getting at each other.
There you see the last time North Carolina won this game was in 1980, and the decade of the 80s, if my math is correct, is rapidly passing us by. And for North Carolina, we talked about it. Everybody talks about the streak. When you play one game a year, let's face it, you have a whole year to think about what happened. Hopefully, you're the team that won, and it's the good vibes for you. If you're the team that's lost, particularly 7 in a row, it can be awfully frustrating. You see the captains. You see number 10. That's Todd Decker. He'll be a starting quarterback for North Carolina. He is from Millbrook High School in Raleigh. What will North Carolina do? They'll try and run the football. You try and establish your running game, of course, Mike, being a former quarterback. I'm sure Danny Ford told you that a few times. Mike, we want to run the football. And then you come to the sideline and say, why aren't we running it, Mike? You say, Coach, I need some blocking. He says, let's start passing it if we can't run it.
Of course, every start of an offensive game, you want to start with a running game. And as you said, Harold, you like to control the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be tough for North Carolina to do that today with the size and strength that South Carolina has in the interior line.
You mentioned the key word, I think, right there, control. Control the line of scrimmage. You do that in a football game, I think most coaches would tell you, you're going to win 90% of your football games. We'll see Sean Graves here today from Marion High School this season. Look at this, rush for 1,300 yards. So here's a guy that you flush him out of the pocket. Maybe you want to keep a guy like that in the pocket, Mike, because he's going to hurt you.
Sean Graves is an excellent runner, as you can see by the stats he has there from his high school career. But you want to keep him in. You want to try to contain him, and North Carolina feels that they can do that with the speed that they have on the corners. Their weak spot is in the middle of the line, but they feel they are very capable of containing Graves with their speed on the corners.
The gentlemen in the striped shirts, and let's meet them if we can right now. John Horn is our referee. He will be wired. He'll have his mic, and he will let us know what's going on down on the field. The umpire, J.H. Bull. Mr. T.C. Stribble will be our head linesman. Caleb Phipps will be our field judge. Tom King will be our line judge. L.G. Reddick will be our back judge. As we get set to kick it off here, and both teams, we're seeing North Carolina now present a united front as they come to midfield. Now, this is something they haven't done in the past. You can see the entire North Carolina team coming to the center of the field, but actually stepping forward will be their captains, and you see the captains meeting referee Horn The captains for North Carolina, the team on the right in green, Lance Johnson from Myers Park High School. Tyler Lawrence is the other co-captain. And South Carolina, not to be outdone, they come out in unison and lead out there.
You see a little psychology from both teams there, Harold. North Carolina leading the way and then South Carolina following up. But they are really fired up today.
All right, let's listen to what Mr. Horn's got to say here.
Mr. Stivic, Mr. Bull, and Mr. Reddick.
John Kirksey and Chris Mazik are the co-captains for South Carolina.
Gentlemen, we'd like to congratulate you on being here and being elected captains for your team. The officials would like to present each of you with a token of appreciation for your hard work in making this game and your teammates for a success. We've got a commemorative silver dollar that will go to each of you captains to help you remember this experience for these kids here today. All right? You're the visiting team. Which one of you will call the toss? All right, 75. Let me explain what we have now before we make the toss. When I get a foul, let me have a captain from each team come forward. Listen to the options as I explain them to you. If you do not understand the options, there's nothing wrong with asking me to explain those options. But make sure you understand it before you give me an answer, because once you give me an answer, I will not let you change your mind. You cannot go to the bench and you cannot look to the sideline or take a timeout to get help on a penalty decision. That's your responsibility as a captain. So let me explain the options, make sure you understand it, and then give me your decision, okay? All right, I'm going to toss this coin in the air. The football player is heads, the flag is tails. If you'll call it while it's in the air, if I drop it, we'll repeat the toss. Okay, sir? Heads. Heads you have called, tails it is. You have won the toss. You can kick, receive, defend the goal, or defer till the second half. You want to receive. You want to receive. All right. Which goal do you want to defend? All right, if you'll turn your backs this way, please. Okay? All right, thank you. Okay. Jim? The green team has won the toss and will receive this way. Okay? Let's have a good one. All right, guys.
Warren said it. Let's have a go. And Frank Robinson, the head coach for North Carolina. There he is, 8 years at Brevard High School. Went to the quarterfinals in the state this year with his team. Led the Brevard to state 3A title. And there's Lon Armstrong, 26 years at Mid Carolina High School. He's got his team up here. They're sitting down around the 40-yard line. Named 2A Coach of the Year. And they will now take their helmets off. He'll take his hat off, and they will have a moment of prayer before we kick off this 52nd annual Shrine Bowl football game. Well, North Carolina won the toss and elected to receive. And North Carolina will be receiving here, which I think is probably maybe a good omen for them, Mike. At least they're going to get their hands on the football first. There's the lineup. At quarterback, it'll be Todd Decker. Bracy Walker will be a tailback. Victor McBride at fullback. The split end will be Julius Reese. Adrian Pearson will be the flanker, and that's a very, very good receiver core, Mike.
It really is, Harold. They have a lot of confidence in them. I'm sure we'll see North Carolina try to put the ball in the air.
And the responsibility on this offensive line for North Carolina to move that beefy defense around for South Carolina. It's going to be an early key, folks. We talked about it here. Albright, Price, Yeomans, Johnson, Lance Johnson, the center. He's gone to Notre Dame. Lou Holtz recruited him. He said, I need a center. He said, I'm your man, Mr. Holtz. Mark Dixon, along with Leonard Bartlett as well. Set to kick this one off. Richie Eagle from Goose Creek will tee it up at the 40-yard line. And North Carolina will get their hands on the football first. The crowd continues to file in here at Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we hope where you're watching this game today, the weather's as beautiful there as it is here. Game time temperature is 48 degrees, a few clouds overhead. But as you can see with the shadows, lots of sunshine on the field. Randall Felton, number 14, is back deep to receive it for North Carolina. North Carolina, as we said, has lost 7 games in a row, folks. 7 in a row as they try and shake it here. The kick, and it's a good one. It's going to hit at the 1-yard line, go into the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. North Carolina will go from there. I think it didn't look like North Carolina was very anxious to make a run back on that one, Mike, did it?
I think they're going to get it at the 20-yard line and start from there, Harold.
They usually started in the past when they've had so many problems either deep in their own territory. South Carolina just totally dominating early on. We'll see what happens here in this first series, a very critical one for both teams. And starting at quarterback will be Jamie Howe from Brevard High School. And on the first play from scrimmage, Picking up some good yardage, number 42 is Chris Dry with Sean Swoop from his defensive tackle position. Making the tackle, he picked up 6 yards there. The South Carolina defense, and it's a good one. The ends are Brent Morris and Gabriel Wilkins. The tackles, John Kirksey at 312 pounds, number 70, folks. You need the wide-angle lens to keep an eye on that guy. The linebackers, Palmer and Steinbacher. And there you see the secondary. 2nd and 4, North Carolina. They'll keep it on the ground again, and they'll get first down yardage. Chris Dry from South Rowan High School. Brought down by strong safety Mike Reed. Watch the blocking again. Mike.
Great blocking up front by the North Carolina offensive line. Got the backer there, number 50, making a great block, and Chris Dry following his blocking well and got enough for the first down yardage.
2 plays, first down, North Carolina. They're out to the 31-yard line. Remember the switch we talked about as far as offensive formations. They can do anything they want now offensively. The pass is high. It's incomplete from Jamie Howe.
Now, one thing that North Carolina has not done successfully in the past few years, Harold, is throw the football. They've done well on the ground, but they just cannot get it in the end zone. And I think they have to mix it up well, keep South Carolina's defense off balance. There you see Jamie Howell with his season record there, 12 touchdown passes this season. Very good quarterback. He can throw the football, but that play was incomplete.
Not a bad pass, really, when you think about it. Not much of a gamble, a little down and out. The pass was intended for Adrian Pearson. 2nd down and 10 for North Carolina from their 31-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get good yardage here. Up over the 35, Deion Summers with Gabriel Wilkins making the tackle. Summers from Dudley High School in Greensboro. They're working up the middle and on the right side of that line where they're having great success, Mike.
You see a trap block there by the North Carolina offensive front there. Great hole and good yards. You're not expecting North Carolina to control the line of scrimmage, but thus far they have in this drive.
We are just underway. You see the stats on Deion Summers this season. Rushed for 1,200 yards. Good gain. North Carolina has been able to pick up good yardage on first down. They've got 3rd down now and 4 coming up. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Again, trying the right side of that line. It was Chris Dry. He enjoyed earlier success there, but the man we've been talking about, number 70, you saw him on the right side of your screen, John Kirksey from Riverside High School in Greer. Look at number 70. Does he look like the jersey maybe had to have 2 sewn together? 320 pounds. He put on about 5 pounds this week, Mike.
I'll tell you what, he is going to make a fine college football player.
Liddell George back to kick it away for North Carolina. Doesn't get it to turnover. There'll be a run back at the 25-yard line. Hit up over the 30 to the 33-yard line. And we'll see South Carolina put the ball in play now. 33-yard punt, 8-yard return for South Carolina. Joe Wright from Silver Bluff High School in Aiken on the return. So South Carolina gets their hands on the football for the first time here this afternoon. 12:50 to go in the first quarter. We play 15-minute quarters in the Shrine Bowl. There you see the starting lineup for the Sandlappers. Let's see what they can do in their first possession. North Carolina making penetration in the neutral zone. Eric Swan from Western Harnett High School in Sanford jumped the gun a little bit too quickly there. John Horn.
There you see South Carolina's offensive line making the Dallas Cowboys switch like the Dallas Cowboys used to do in the pro football leagues. But North Carolina just get a little anxious. They want to get off the ball in a hurry. Just drew on all sides there.
Well, North Carolina wants to play a little bit better than what the Cowboys are playing these days, Mike. Lewis Austin from Daniel High School in Central is up under center now from the eye. Looks like he almost fumbled that ball. The handoff goes to Shelly Hammonds from Barnwell High School. He is up to about the 40-yard line. Kelly Whitmire from his tackle position from Bavard High School making the tackle there. They're going to spot it very close to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down at about 4 now. North Carolina, the defensive line, a lot of responsibility on this line. Fuller, Swan, Pettiford, Whitmire, Thigpen. The linebackers are Lawrence and Clougherty. And there you see the secondary for North Carolina. Straight up the middle, booming up close to midfield. Corey Moats from Greenwood High School. Boy, the blocking is there. Liddell George from Havelock had to make the tackle. Look at it up the middle.
Look at the trap block there. Great block up the middle. Good fake by the quarterback. Get the ball up the middle of the fullback and a good run. A good hole. First down yardage for South Carolina.
They picked up 9 on that play. Right at the 49-yard line. First down. The big defensive play by North Carolina. Nowhere to go. Jamal Pettiford and Mario Williamson making the hit on Lewis Austin there from Daniel High School in Central.
We see Austin there faking the fullback and going for the option on the left side, but you see number 32, Williamson, there to make the stop.
That's what you call great penetration, Mike.
It really is. He got off the ball in a hurry. He read the play well. It came right to him, and he made the tackle.
They lost 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 13. Do we see South Carolina put it up for the first time? Watch number 10. No, they'll keep it on the ground, and not much there. It's Hammonds again on the carry. Hammonds getting back to about the 48-yard line.
As you can see, the little sprint power with the tailback going right up the middle. North Carolina's defense there. They're really fired up. Controlling the line of scrimmage, I would say, thus far in the game.
Mike, I know it's early, but you're right. This is the best defensive effort I've seen from a North Carolina team in several years. 3rd down now, and 11 to go for a South Carolina first down. Let's see how well Lewis Austin can throw this football. The best passer considered on the South Carolina roster is Wesley Tate from Gaffney High School. He's going to roll to his left. He's going to be hit and fumble the football. Oh, it laid there. It laid there. It seemed like forever. Big hit by Pat Clougherty from Broughton High School from his linebacker position. And it's going to bring up 4th down, and that ball just laid there forever.
Well, you can see Clougherty coming in. Austin trying to throw the ball, but Clougherty putting the pressure on, knocks the ball loose, and as you said, Harold, just lays there. Finally, Austin recovers it.
That would have been a good move by Clougherty just to hold on to Austin that time to keep him from going after the football.
Really would have.
He was able to recover. It brings up 4th down. Now Harold Alexander back at the 30-yard line. Whistle sound before they get that punt away.
It looks as if North Carolina's anxious again. They look like they were trying to block the punt. They had a good rush coming from both outside the ends, but I think they were a little anxious and took off before the ball snapped.
First 2 possessions here in this game for North Carolina. South Carolina would have to call it a standoff, folks, and I think South Carolina coaches were very concerned about how this game would originate.
Got a dead ball, snap violation on the offense.
That's what drew him offside, Mike, and I think North Carolina officials very pleased that the first few minutes of this football game, the fact that at least defensively and offensively, they were able to move the football. Defensively, they were able to shut South Carolina down. Now Alexander, and he's got a big leg from Pickens High School. Standing deep is Randall Felton for North Carolina. Flag, another flag goes down. He shanked this one off the side of his foot. It's going to be taken at the 33-yard line. And good running move for Edward Gerald. Gerald tries to get outside. Flag goes down. There was a clip at the 30-yard line. We've got 2 flags down now. Actually 3 down. One in the backfield, one at the line of scrimmage, and then on the clip. That was a 30-yard punt. Not one of the better ones by Harold Alexander.
I think we're going to see the first flag thrown was the illegal formation. South Carolina had a man running on the field as they were snap the ball.
And North Carolina certainly hopes that's true.
Because I believe you're right with the clip downfield. Number 30, Clougherty, had a clip as the return man tried to get around the end there.
John Horner's our referee, and he's having both players come over now, the captains, and he's trying to explain to everybody exactly what we've got here as they talk.
Then we've got a clip on the green during the run back. If you take the foul against the red, it will constitute a double foul and we'll replay the down and make them kick. If you decline the penalty, I'm going to mark off, are we inside the 30?
On the 30.
We're going to go 15 yards. It'll be your ball, 1st and 10 from the 15, or we can replay and kick. Re-kick. Okay, so you'll accept that penalty. All right.
John Horn would have been better, I think, to stop right after he said, we'll kick it again, because Tyler Lawrence, you heard him say, hey, kick it again. Yeah. He had to go through and explain every option, but he said, kick it again. Kick it again. There you see Frank Robinson, the North Carolina head coach. Boy, he's been kind of quiet, very serious-looking man, and he's been that way all week, just kind of biting that lip a little bit. And every time I'd saw him say, Coach, you ready? He said, yeah, I think we're ready.
Harold, I think we talked about the players, the pressure they have on them to win the football game. But I think just like the players have, the coach really has a lot of pressure on him. He wants to be the first coach to turn the team around to have a win here.
I snapped. Alexander almost had that pick block. Got this one away, a better kick. Going to be taken by Felton at the 20-yard line. Spins around once, shakes loose up to the 30-yard line, and gets buried there. He just got hemmed in. South Carolina's claiming there was a fumble, and they have the football. Do they have it? Yes, they do. A fumble, and South Carolina recovers.
We see Felton on the return there. He kept spinning around, trying to fight for extra yardage. As we see here, he fields the punt cleanly, makes one move there. He tries to get upfield, and as he's trying to get that extra yardage, the ball is knocked loose. I believe about right here is knocked loose, and South Carolina recovers.
Boy, I'll tell you, a big break for South Carolina. Just when it looked like North Carolina might have had some momentum going there. Now South Carolina gets the break. They're at the 30-yard line. Let's see what Lewis Austin and company can do here. Right up the middle. Looked like South Carolina might have had some movement there. It's Corey Moats on the carry. Moats gets down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line.
Great blocking up front again. The same play as before, right up the middle. Going with the fullback, and unfortunately for South Carolina, it's going to be called back for illegal procedure.
Arthur Thigpen made that tackle for North Carolina. We're seeing South Carolina, again, with emotion, and it's early in the game, and you have 1 week to prepare, but traditionally, Mike, the team comes in very disciplined, and it looked like everybody moved on that snap.
Got illegal motion this way, first down.
Well, the players are really still in shape from their season because most of the players' season ended a couple of weeks ago, so they're still in shape. They still have that discipline from the year, Harold, and as you see, they're just maybe just a little anxious, a little nervous here starting the game.
The ball is on the 34-yard line now. It'll bring up 1st and 15 at the North Carolina 34. South Carolina punted, North Carolina fumbled it away, and they're in business now from the I formation. The flip comes out to Shelly Hammonds. Hammonds swings around the right side, and they knock him out of bounds inside the 30. Looks like about the 29-yard line.
A good run here by Hammonds. He gets the pitch sweep call to the right side, takes the pitch from the quarterback. Follows his blocking well. You see number 63 there leading as a pulling guard, making good blocks, and got good yards on the play.
2nd down and 10. They're back now to just about the original line of scrimmage. First quarter, no score, 7:51 to play. South Carolina knocking on the door. They're close enough here, even if they can't get any closer, to try a field goal. Off the right side, second man through on the carry. It's Joe Wright from Silver Bluff High School in Aiken.
So we can see the reverse little here, the inside reverse to right, and 32 there is for North Carolina to make the defense. There's a lot of hitting going on in the field. We can hear it from up here in the booth, and there's a lot of popping going on. It's tough on the field.
See it from that angle, can't you? 3rd down, 7 yards to go for a South Carolina first down. There you see big number 71, Jamal Pettiford from T.W. Andrews High School in High Point. Big play here for the offense and the defense. Did they put it up? We haven't seen them try one yet. They're going to this time. The pressure's there. Sack back at the 34-yard line. James Demetrakis from Parkland High School in Winston-Salem. So North Carolina makes the big defensive play on 2 occasions when South Carolina rolls out the throw.
You see Austin trying to roll up. He has to pull up because Demetrakis is there coming from his inside position, and makes a great play. Sacks Austin in the backfield.
He's a big guy, isn't he? And you talk about the speed, Mike. We talked about it. North Carolina, I think both teams matched up very well speed-wise in the early going here.
They really have. And Demetrakis, even though he's so large, as you can see there from the shot, but he is very quick, and he got to Austin in a hurry that time.
Harold Alexander back to punt this one away now. He'll go for the corner on this one if he does punt it. Yeah, he's angling for the corner. Is he going to make it? No, he sure didn't. It bounces into the end zone. So North Carolina, a positive note for them as they turned it over to South Carolina at the 30-yard line, but they hold and now get it back at the 20-yard line. Well, they'll go to work. We're in the first quarter. No score in the 52nd annual Shrine Bowl game. We'll be back in a minute.
South Carolina are proud to be sponsors of the 1988 Shrine Bowl. We'll be donating $1,000 for each touchdown and $500 for each field goal to the Shriners Hospital for crippled children.
Thank you, Pete. That's fantastic. But the way these defenses are playing, I don't know if we're going to be showing out a lot of money today. We wanted to see a high-scoring game. The 4 dealers have been very gracious about giving money to the Shriners for the past few years on touchdowns and field goals, too. But defense has been the early story in this game. First down for the 20-yard line. North Carolina swings it to the right. That's where they've had their success, to the 21-yard line. Bracy Walker on the carry. Didn't get a whole lot there with a penalty marker down. Steve Palmer from Gaffney High School making the tackle.
We've got illegal use of the hands on the offense. Let me have a red captain. Red.
That's a tough break from North Carolina there, getting the ball on the 20-yard line. They can be backed up another 10 yards now, but they need to get off to a good start. As we mentioned, Harold, they've not had really an offensive surge thus far. They've kept the ball on the ground and not really put the ball in the air.
Frank Robinson looks over his play chart there for North Carolina. trying to pick out what he wants to run. Number 14 is Randall Felton there from Jordan High School. The penalty is going to put the ball back on the 10-yard line now. Settle the Score is the name of the game. Once again this year, the Carolina Ford dealers will be donating money to the Shriners Hospital for each touchdown and field goal in the game that we just talked about. It's called Settle the Score. This is how it works. For each touchdown, $1,000 will be donated and $500 for each field goal. So we're hoping for a high-scoring game. I know the kids on defense are saying we sure don't want it to be too high. All right, first down for North Carolina. They got to get out to the 30-yard line for their first down. Victor McBride, their fullback, carries, and Chris Mazik from Lower Richland High School in Hopkins. There you see, they're there to make the tackle. Big number 74. Gabriel Wilkins is there. John Kirksey. Boy, that defensive line, Mike, I just don't know if we're going to get that much up the middle against that line.
I don't think so, unless you use your quickness against that size and strength they have. I tell you, it's really tough to run right up the middle against them.
They had some success running to the right side, but not much up the middle. You're going to see a pass here coming up by Jamie Howe. Howe's got some time, flips it out, and it's incomplete and almost intercepted. I'll tell you what, the pass was intended for Adrian Pearson, and watch the play coming up right now. He has some time back.
He did.
There.
He had plenty of time to throw the ball. He had his receiver open, just overthrew the ball. Did not really fall through that well, but a good play there. North Carolina will come back with that, and that play will work for him today.
And it's a good thing that Adrian Pearson tipped that ball, too, because Willis Fortson from Clinton High School was saying, this baby's mine, and he was right there to make the interception, and Pearson,
he was ready for it.
One of the few times you want to see a receiver at least get a hand on the ball, even though he missed it for North Carolina. Third down now for North Carolina. Got to get to the 30. They'll keep it on the ground this time, up over the 15 to the 18-yard line. Gracie Walker, Mike Reed, and Tyrone Gibson there to do some heavy sticking right here.
As you see 23 Walker get the ball on the pitch sweep here, trying to go to the left side. Follows his blocking well, but here we see the pursuit coming from South Carolina. A great hit there to tackle him before he gets to the first down yardage.
Look at number 70 here. They put the block on him. They knocked him down. Actually put a double team on him. That's what you call high-low, Mike.
High-low.
Puck the punt for North Carolina. Liddell George going to put it away up at the 45-yard line. It'll roll out of bounds and North Carolina territory at the 46-yard line. 29-yard punt there. Liddell George can kick him better than that. So South Carolina, defensively, they do the job. Offensively, they get their hands on the football. They'll mark it down at the 45-yard line. So on the change of possession here, South Carolina takes the advantage. They started, as we said, after the turnover by North Carolina at the 30. They take over in this series at the 45. No score, 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lewis Austin remains at quarterback. Austin's handoff to Gary Washington from Myrtle Beach High School. And Gary's going to get a couple. That's about all. Eric Swain headed for North Carolina State. He's from Western Harnett High School in Sanford. Big number 72 there to make the tackle.
Swain's there. I'm sure Coach Sheridan's here watching him today. He knows he's going to be a good player at State. But there again, we see North Carolina's defense being put in a position here where they have to stop South Carolina's offense. They've got the ball last two series in good field position, and they really got their backs against the wall. They need to turn the ball over to their offensive unit in good field position.
We've seen Austin try 2 passes, and he's been sacked both times, rolling to his left. This time he'll pitch the ball back, and again, it's Washington, and Washington looked like he couldn't decide to go outside instead of, well, I'll just try and cut it back, and got hit at the 45-yard line. Didn't get much. James Reeves making the tackle.
We got the lead option here. Austin pitching the ball back, and you see number 41 for North Carolina there, James Reeves, making a good play. Fall off the block, and then the tackle came his way. He made the tackle, and a good play by the North Carolina defense. It's going to be 3rd and long again for South Carolina.
I guess you call that containment, right? When you just force them to run outside and keep running and string it out, maybe make that back commit and turn back up the middle. It's 3rd and 10 now for South Carolina. Well, obviously a passing down. I think Lewis Austin's got to be thinking, last 2 times I tried to throw it, I rolled left. This time, he'll stay in the pocket. Oh, wide open up the middle. 40-yard line, still going. 35, 30, 25. The big play, the big game. He wanted to throw the football. You could see it, Mike, and then suddenly looked up and said, whoa, nothing but green grass and white lines, and he was gone.
Well, watch Austin. He has a half roll to the right, sees the pressure coming at him, and he does what he's supposed to. He steps up in the pocket. No one is there. The linebackers have cleared out, and then he shows his great running ability. He follows his block and gets to the outside, and gets great yardage for South Carolina. Just a fantastic play by Austin.
Look at the feet doing their duty there. Boy, that was some fancy footwork. A 28-yard game for Lewis Austin. See why he rolled up over 1,200 yards this season for Daniel High School in Central. You can't... North Carolina did what they wanted to do, kept trying to keep him in the pocket, but they just gave away too much up the middle. This time, it'll be Gary Washington on the carry, and Washington gets down inside the 15 to about the 14-yard line. Pick up on the play of 4 yards, 2nd down and 6, as North Carolina trying to dig in defensively. Tyler Lawrence making the tackle. There you see the stats for Gary Washington. Rushed for 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns, and many coaches filling up this crowd of about 18,000 here today, folks. And Mike, you know for a fact you played in this game. Coaches just sit here and kind of drool, don't they?
They really do, especially this year. Such a great talent loaded team for both North Carolina and South Carolina.
They run from the slot formation. Up the middle, banging his way. It's Corey Moats. Moats from Greenwood High School, big number 32.
Let's watch a play up the middle with Moats. Gets the handoff from Austin. A trap block again. This play has been very successful for South Carolina. North Carolina has not stopped it yet. Every time Moats has got the ball in that position, he's got good yardage.
They've tripped him up, but they've probably gotten 5 more. He's down inside the 10. They're going to put it at the 7-yard line. And they've got 3rd down and less than a yard to go for a 1st down. First quarter, no score. We're approaching the 2-minute mark here. We play 15-minute quarters in the Shrine Bowl. And South Carolina will talk it over. They want to take a timeout right now. Well, with a critical down coming up, 3rd and just about a yard to go for your 1st down in the scoreless game, you want to make sure everything is right. So while they talk it over, the defense does the same. We'll show you the cheerleaders, and we'll show you a lot more when we come back.
Representing our 14,000 members, I'd like to welcome you to the 52nd Annual Shrine Bowl game. I'd like to thank everybody and all the general public that supported all the programs that we do each year to raise money to help these children. And to come to the final close, the Shrine Bowl is the climax of it all. And thank you very much.
You see behind me, Big John Kirksey, 320 pounds, 6'5". He may be used in short yardage situations. You've heard of the refrigerator. This guy here, Harold, is the entire kitchen. Back to you.
I like it. Push button controls too, Gary. I'm surprised they don't have him in there, because in practice this week they had him in there on the short yardage situations. Not the run, just the block at 320 pounds. And keeping that football driving straight ahead, Lewis Austin. He needed a yard. I'll tell you, if he got it, he just barely did get it.
It's going to be close here. He fumbled the snap and had to wait a second and get control of the ball before he took off. But North Carolina got good penetration from the defensive front there.
We might need the chains coming in on this one. Let's see here. Referee John Horn says, yes, we do. Let's bring in the sticks and check it out here. Even if it's inches, I don't know if they'd go for the field goal or not. They just might try and keep it on the ground and give it to Lewis again. Say, Lewis, stick your nose in there again, see what we can do with it.
Or we might see big number 70 come in and do some blocking for him.
Stretch it out, did not make it. Boy, he didn't pick up much yardage at all. Well, where's number 70, Coach? Bring him in there.
The secret
John
weapon.
Kirksey, 320 pounds. They're looking over there. There's the sideline. And right now, Lon Armstrong's trying to make a decision. He still hasn't made it yet. They're going to keep it on the ground. They're going to go for it. I'm surprised we don't see the big guy in there.
I am too. They're going to go for it without the big guy, and they've been using him in practice, as you said, Harold, all week.
North Carolina digging in, 4th. You saw it. There's the drive. It started at the 45-yard line. 6 play, 38 yards. Does it culminate here? Or does North Carolina take over on downs? 4th. Less than a yard to go for the 1st down. Does Austin keep it? Oh, he didn't make it. I don't think he made it. Unless he did it with second effort.
He didn't. He fumbled the snap again, Harold.
He fumbled the snap again, as you said, Mike. I believe North Carolina has held. Yes, they have. It was Scott Yeomans who made the big hit.
Well, what a great momentum switch from the South Carolina offense to the North Carolina defense. Great play there. Great stand by the defense. It's hard to tell that Austin fumbled the ball, but he did fumble the snap, had to pick it up, and North Carolina was there on him.
They tried 2 plays with a quarterback sneak, and it did not go. And North Carolina, Mike, you talked about it, the big plus, something they have not been able to do in recent games, and that's just been able to stop them, much less 4th and inches, but they did that time. North Carolina takes over with Chris Dry taking a handoff, and Rick Steinbacher there to make the tackle from T.L. Mann High School in Greenville. So North Carolina, that picked up 4 yards, 2nd down and 6 with 1:10 to go in this 1st quarter.
Now, what North Carolina's offense needs to do now, Harold, is give the defense a break. They've been on the field most of the game trying to stop South Carolina's offense, so they need to get a sustained drive here and give the defense a break.
Well, North Carolina got to be careful of the turnover, too. You see number 12, Jamie Howe from Brevard High School, looks over that defense. They'll keep it on the ground. Big stick, but he shakes loose. Picking up some yardage. Deion Summers to the outside. Now he got away up over the 20 to the 22, where Cookie Massey from Northwestern High School in Rock Hill made the tackle. He got 10, but I want to tell you what, you get the A for effort award on this. Watch the stick.
He really does. He hits as soon as he gets the ball, keeps his balance there, and makes a great play. Gets on the outside, uses his speed. Summers there with great speed, tries to cut back, and if he'd have got past that one man, he had clear sailing to the end zone.
Sean Swoop, number 71, said, I had that guy. How'd he get away from me like that? Deion Summers took a licking and kept on ticking, as the man would say. All right, first down for North Carolina. We've got 20 seconds to go now in the first quarter. North Carolina batted, tipped. Oh, almost intercepted. Charles Mazik from Lower Richland High School in Hopkins reached up. Chris Mazik to knock that ball away, almost picked that one off, and I thought for a moment, I know South Carolina fans did too, Mike, batted away about 10 feet in the air, and it was up for grabs, but nobody could pick it off.
Well, that's something you cannot teach a lineman either. That's just natural born instinct from football there. Mazik going up with his arms as soon as Howell was trying to throw the ball. Mazik is 6'4", and Howell is 6'1", so you see the size advantage there that Mazik has.
It's going to be tough to throw over linemen like that, especially on just a little quick out pass like that. Second down, 10, North Carolina. They'll keep it on the ground this time. I don't know if you heard the pop from down there or not. Chris Dry was the ball carrier. John Kirksey made the tackle. Last time they shut him down, but watch it here now. Shakes off the block. Look at that. And makes the tackle. That's what you call manhandling,
I'd say so. He followed the block well, made a great play.
That's the end of our first quarter, folks. It's been a good one from Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. No score in this football game. We'll be back after this message from our local stations. This is the Shrine Bowl Network.
The ski resort.
Shriners Hospital in this game today, and it could be more depending on the number of touchdowns and field goals that we have. $1,000 for the touchdown and $500 for the field goal. Now, while we were gone, folks, the ball's been brought out to the 39-yard line. There was a penalty against South Carolina, so North Carolina, they had illegal use of hands, so North Carolina gets the football now at the 39-yard line. So they've had some breaks in the early going here, Mike, and even when they didn't get their breaks, they were able to hold South Carolina in the scoring situation on this first down play. Spinning, Deion Summers, and runs out of sideline. And he's out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Mike Carver, along with Willis Fortson, making the tackle there. First quarter, look it over, Mike. South Carolina on the rush, 40, pretty even, wouldn't you say?
I'd say so. 40-41 there for North Carolina and South Carolina. The passing, look at that. No yardage apiece for either offense. North Carolina, South Carolina, we've seen strictly a running game here today.
Who would have figured that? Not one pass. And North Carolina or South Carolina tried two and got sacked, and then we saw the big scramble there and the good yardage that was picked up by Lewis Austin when he picked up 28. Second down play now for North Carolina, up the middle. Good running room for Summers. Loses the football, but they're saying he was down at the 43-yard line. Gabriel Wilkins from Broome High School in Spartanburg made the big hit right there. Third down and about 6 coming up for North Carolina. The gain on that play. Watch him lose it right
Summers here. He tries to spin. Well, he slips there, and he does. He is a good call by the referees. He is down the ground before he fumbles, but he did fumble the ball.
From the 44-yard line, North Carolina now with third down and 6. Is it a pass situation? Well, they're going to send out 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, run from the eye. You'd have to say they're going to put it up. And Hal will. He's got the time. Sideline. Complete into South Carolina territory. At the 45-yard line, Adrian Pearson makes his first catch. Steve Palmer making the tackle. The gain good for 12 yards.
Well, watch Howard here. He sets up in the pocket where he's got plenty of time to look downfield. He's looking at Pearson the whole way. He runs a little curl route right on the sidelines. Makes a good play, and it's a first down for North Carolina's offense.
Mike, it's obvious what North Carolina is saying. Look, we're not going to get that fancy. We're not going to go for the big gamble early on. We'll run the safe routes, do the safe passes, and see what we can do about moving the football. And in a scoreless situation, smart thing to do. This is Summers. Summers got a couple. The red jerseys converged on him there as he tried to swing it around the left side.
Well, we've seen North Carolina
Mike Reed making the tackle along with Cookie Massey.
We've seen North Carolina try to use Summers' speed there, trying to get on the outside on the pitch sweep that time. Great pursuit by South Carolina's defense and did not allow him to get outside on the sidelines.
Pickup of only 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 as we just start play in the second quarter. 13:30 to go now. 2nd and 8, North Carolina in South Carolina territory at the 44-yard line. Howe rolls right. Howe slips and goes down. Back at the 46-yard line. Well, you have to wonder about the footing on the field when you see that. We were down on the field before the game. The footing not that bad there. He just went down, Mike. The foot just goes down.
He just stopped.
Runner. And look, there it is.
Had big number 70 Kersey coming at him. He tried to back up. He was looking downfield. He had Julius Reese going deep, and he was open. He was trying to get the ball to him, but as you said, it just slipped on the turf.
I think if I saw that freight train in a red jersey coming at me, my feet might get nervous.
Well, maybe
too,
he didn't
Mike.
slip. Maybe he just went down.
Holding on the green. It's declined. It's going to be 3rd down.
You heard John Horn, holding penalty against North Carolina declined, and South Carolina says, we don't want that penalty. Let them run 3rd down. 3rd down now, and they've got almost 18 to go for a 1st down. Defensively, that's been our story thus far in this first half. North Carolina holding South Carolina deep in their own territory. 2 tries at less than a yard on the quarterback keeper. North Carolina able to shut them down, and South Carolina trying to do likewise here. The screen pass. The pass is complete to Summers. Summers at midfield. Summers shakes loose but gets down and knocked down at the 48-yard line. Chris Mazik making the tackle. Mike, that pass, he had to throw that ball over those defenders, but I think you have to get that ball out there probably a little quicker than it. Look how high he has to throw the ball here.
He did not, the screen was not set up that well. He had good blocking in front of him, but he had to wait too long. Did not develop as fast as they wanted to, as you said, Harold, because he had pressure on it coming from inside.
4th down for North Carolina. Liddell George back at the 40-yard line to boot this one away. He shanked that one too. Line drive kick. It'll get a good roll. Rolling down inside the 10. Look at this ball go to the 3-yard line. George kicked it low, and South Carolina, no way they could do anything with it. That's a 45-yard punt for Liddell George. He didn't get the height on it, but he got the distance and got the good roll.
He got the good roll. That's the key, Harold. And now we see South Carolina's offense starting in bad field position, which they have not done in the game. We'll see if North Carolina's defense can turn the ball over down here.
They've never started in bad field position in the last 7 years. There it is from Havelock. In fact, Frank Robinson was saying all week long, he said, our kicking game is strong. Liddell George, excellent punter, and he put it down there and put South Carolina in the hole. They'll put it down right at the 2-yard line. Look at that defense. Ready to explode. Number 41 hit. They're going to give him, I don't know if they're going to give him the safety or not. It was Gary Washington and Jeff Battle from West Caldwell High School in Lenore. It looked like the forward progress got him to the 1-yard line. He was across the goal line, Mike, when he gets hit.
He was. Washington barely got across his forward progress, got him to about the 1-yard line. But great defense there by North Carolina.
From the 3 back to the 1-yard line. 2nd down now and 12 for South Carolina. The area of the field where you've got to be so careful. And as we said, in this 7-game winning streak, we haven't seen South Carolina too many times in situations like this.
We haven't, Harold.
Just keep that football, punch it out to about the 4 or 5-yard line. Just keep it on the ground. Sean Graves from Marion High School. There you see Lon Armstrong sending in the play he wants now on 3rd. And about 8 to go, maybe 9 to go for a 1st down. Well, Mike, you play coach. Do you gamble with a pass here?
I think you have to in an all-star game. I think Coach Armstrong, I'm not sure if he will or not, but I think you have to do it in this situation. Go for the broke here and see what you can get.
Well, you're exactly right. This kind of game, you take a gamble like that. But he may not score this game. Going to have his quarterback keep the football. Graves, nice move, but he gets hit at the 5-yard line. Big defensive play by Ronald Smith from Roxborough Person High School.
Well, Graves is a keeper all the way, called by Coach Armstrong. He's going to fake it there, but comes out on the keeper all the way. He's going to try to run for the 1st down yardage. There you see Ronald Smith. He tries to make a move around him, but Smith stays with him.
Boy, look at the pursuit. We're talking about the pursuit and the quickness of North Carolina, and it's paying off for them. Now, back to kick is Harold Alexander. Standing, you see him, in the end zone. North Carolina should get good field position here. Might even get a block. Oh, they went after it. Kick off the side of the foot's going to hit at the 40-yard line. Picked up, bobble. picked up there by Felton. Felton trying to shake loose, goes down at the 49-yard line. South Carolina covered that kick very well. Excellent first half, and you're saying, but it's a scoreless game. But still, the defensive effort by both teams is outstanding. No score. We'll be back.
Work that the Shrine organization is doing. We're very proud to be associated with this great event by being one of the sponsors of the telecast of this game. From all the associates of Winn-Dixie throughout the Southeast, we wish for all a very happy and safe holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. It's only appropriate that we should have a store, a grocery store that sells a lot of beef, maybe as one of our sponsors, Mike, because the beef is on the field out there today. I'll tell you that. North Carolina, look at the run coming up here, up the middle. Good yardage. Bracy Walker picking his way down inside the 45 to about the 41-yard line.
Well, Bracy Walker got great blocking up front. A trap block there, as we see. He gets through the line of scrimmage initially on his own, and then starts breaking tackles. He gets the rest of the yardage by himself. He's breaking tackles.
Boy, lost that ball, too. Did you see that ball go down?
The ball was stripped from him.
Covered it with his knees. There you see the Bracy Walker from Pine Forest High School. The quarterback in there now for North Carolina is Todd Decker from Millbrook High School in Raleigh. Get a good look at number 23 after that run. He took a little punishment there. 2nd down and 2. North Carolina driving. They'll go off the left side this time, and they will pick up first down yardage. Again, it's Bracy Walker, right side, left side. Brent Morris from North Augusta High School making the tackle. Look at it down low.
We see him get the football and good blocking up front. That's the only way he can run the football is have good blocking up front. And North Carolina's controlling the line of scrimmage, even though South Carolina outweighs them by a few pounds.
That's the 4th first down for North Carolina. Make it 5 first downs. Now we've got 8:40 to go in the first half. North Carolina on the move. First down at the 38-yard line. Again, Victor McBride. McBride, big yardage. Inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. McBride from Red Springs High School.
Harold, he did
fumble the football, and South Carolina's recovered.
You see him, he gets the yardage, he breaks through the line of scrimmage, and it's stripped right there. South Carolina's there to recover the football.
Well, they had the drive going and turned it over, and watch the hit coming up right now. Who grabbed him? Somebody just grabbed that arm and pulled it away from him. It looked like it was Brent Morris maybe that reached in there with a hand and stripped him of the ball. And North Carolina turns it over. South Carolina in business at the 26-yard line. Sean Graves, the quarterback. Graves goes to Corey Moats. Moats gets up over the 30 to the 31, where Kelly Whitmire, from his tackle position, made the stop, put it right at the 30.
But nothing fancy about that. Right up the middle to Corey Moats. He got pretty good blocking, but the North Carolina's defense there converged in a hurry and only allowed him to get 3 or 4 yards on the play.
Pickup of 3, 2nd down and 7. 7:42 to go in the first half. And we are scoreless, if you can believe that. Both teams have had their opportunities, and defense has been the key in this first half. Oh, listen to the pop here. On the keeper, it's Graves. He's tripped up as he gets up over the 35, out to about the 37-yard line, very close to a first down.
We see Graves there with the fake to Moats up the middle, keeps the ball himself on the triple option, and makes a good run, and he's close to the first down.
Good defensive play by Liddell George. Knocked him down, and yes, our referee John Horn says bring in the flags. Beautiful afternoon for football. I'll tell you what, the forecast for tomorrow, though, is not that encouraging. They're talking about maybe some rain and snow, but you couldn't ask for a nicer afternoon. Good-looking crowd on hand, 18,000 plus, I would say, here at beautiful Memorial Stadium to see the game. There's Lon Armstrong sending in the play from the sidelines. He was talking about the fact, he said, I know we got size. He said, but I don't know if we sacrifice speed for it. He hasn't. They're still as quick. North Carolina, to their credit, Mike, maybe one of the quickest teams they've ever had in the Shrine Bowl.
I agree with you, Harold. I thought it might be a blowout here today, but North Carolina has fought them toe to toe.
First down for the Sandlappers. Graves again, 40. 43-yard line. Boy, so quick, so good. You can see why he rushed for over 1,200 yards this season.
You can really tell that Coach Armstrong has his confidence in Graves. He fakes to the fullback there, comes out on the option, keeps the ball all the way. He tucks it away, tries to get outside.
Edward Jarrow there to finally just get a hand around him and wrap him up and knock him down. A pickup on the play of 6 yards, 2nd down and 4. Look at this, North Carolina 59 to 47 in rushing yardage. Graves has had 5 carries for 21 yards in this first half. He's been the big offensive thrust for this team. Corey Moats up the middle, and Corey short of the first down, it appears, or very close to it, at about the 46-yard line. Scott Yeomans making the tackle for North Carolina. There you get a good look at number 32. Third down, less than a yard. 6.5 to go in the first half. No score. Well, the last time we saw South Carolina with short yardage, we saw North Carolina dig in, Mike.
That's right, Harold. North Carolina's defense has stopped them twice in the same situation. See if they can do it here.
It's Hammonds, and Hammonds has the first down. Shelly Hammonds on the carry. They didn't try that quarterback sneak this time, did they? They failed twice when they got down inside the 10-yard line.
They utilized the blocking on the left side of the line of scrimmage for South Carolina, and they got just enough of the first down with Hammonds carrying the football.
That's number 5 for South Carolina. We talked about the fact that the changes this year in the rules as far as the offensive formations were concerned, they used to be limited to just 3. They had 3 basic formations. They could pick the 3 they wanted to run. This year, they've discarded that. They can run anything they want. They can go with motion. They can do anything. We thought that might open up the game, but somebody forgot. Hey, defense, too, counts a little bit. Tripped and gone down. That time is Graves, as he gets, boy, it almost lost that football back at the 45-yard line.
As we see the offensive line work by South Carolina, North Carolina's defensive line is just making penetration. They're stopping the South Carolina offense in the backfield.
Mario Williamson making the tackle, and that's one point we got to make here. It's play gained 3 yards or lost 3 yards. It's 2nd down and 13 now. That North Carolina defense is a little quicker than that South Carolina offense right now. The line of scrimmage appears to be maybe the edge going to North Carolina. Here's another play, and again, nothing much there. Andre Nelson from Ludolph Elgin High School got maybe a yard or 2, and that's all. Mario Williamson. Boy, he's played a great defensive end for North Carolina from Williams High School in Burlington.
What's the work by the North Carolina defensive front here? They're just getting good penetration. No surge by the South Carolina offense. Just could not run the football up the middle when you get blocking like that. But you have to credit North Carolina defense for doing a great job.
3rd down and 11, Mike. You're exactly right. That South Carolina offensive line that has always been so potent, so strong in years past, and earlier in this first half was. In this particular series, North Carolina defensively has just taken over. Let's see if they put it in the air now. Back to throw is Austin. He comes in on this play, and he's sacked back at the 36-yard line. Scott Yeomans does a yeoman-like job of coming in there. He's getting sacked. This is the 3rd time he's been sacked. Watch him here.
Yeomans there with the initial hit, getting help from Williamson.
4th sack for North Carolina.
The defensive front for North Carolina is doing the job. They've stopped them on short yardage, and they've stopped them on 3rd and long yardage with the pass plays. Doing a great job.
Harold Alexander back to kick this one away. End over end. There'll be a return here. Picked up by Felton. Shakes loose from 1 and gets smothered at the 30-yard line. So North Carolina digs in and does it again. 35-yard punt, a 3-yard return. And with 3:54 to go in the first half, we are scoreless. And as you might well imagine, you'll begin to wonder, when will the first big break come that one team can capitalize on and get on that scoreboard? North Carolina, they turned it over a couple of times in this first half, but it hasn't hurt them, at least not yet. South Carolina just got shut down that time. Whistle sound before the play can get underway. Might have had to delay a game here.
Dead ball, false start on the offense.
That'll push them back 5 yards. If you'd like to help the Shriners in their effort to help burned and crippled children, you can send a tax-deductible donation to Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas. There you see the address. Post Office Box 50505, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28256. To a very worthwhile cause. 1st and 15. North Carolina, trouble back at the 15-yard line. Jamie Howe goes down. Gabriel Wilkins there to make the hit.
You see Jamie Howe here trying to set up in the pocket. He gets pressure and then tries to get out of it. You see Gabriel Wilkins there to make the play for South Carolina. We have not seen great blocking, but I guess you have to credit the defenses for it.
An excellent play. Loss of 10 yards on the play. Now North Carolina has to be careful here. Deep in their own territory at the 15-yard line. South Carolina says dig in, hold them with 2:56 to go in the half. We get our hands on the football again. Maybe we can do something with it. They've got 2nd down and 25 now. Do you work a draw here? Do you throw the football? You drop back and try it again. The screen pass at the 10-yard line. 1 miss, 2 misses, 3 misses. That's Deion Summers. Summers, 35, 35, 40-yard line. Deion Summers. No markers down. 85-yard touchdown. No penalty markers down.
What a play.
Oh, my.
Well, that's just great athletic ability by Summers. How many tackles did he break? 5 or 6?
3.
Well, we see the screenplay. We saw it one time earlier. Summers got the ball, did not get enough for the 1st down yardage. This time at 2nd and 25, he gets the screen again and makes the play.
Jimmy Sixeye on to try the point after. Jamie Howe will do the holding. North Carolina up 6-0. Make it 7-0. What a play by North Carolina. And watch it again and see how it develops, Mike.
Watch how drop back. He's got the screen set up. That Summers out there. He gets the ball. Play is going to be stopped right there. He breaks 1 tackle there, 2 tackles. Stays on his feet, 3 tackles. He stays down the sidelines, 4
Watch
tackles.
this move right here. When he cuts back here, gets tripped up. Now look at that. You thought he was going down. He says, no, I'll hold my balance.
And no one can catch him. He's off to the races.
The foot race is on. And even Mike Carver from Seneca High School couldn't chase him down. 2 receptions, 92 yards. For Summers, North Carolina on the board first. How important will it be? We'll see when we come back.
Date of Omar Shrine Temple, located in Charleston, South Carolina. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to be here today. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the nobles and the ladies of Omar Shrine Temple for the most generous support for Omar Temple, for our fraternity, and most importantly, for the burdened and crippled child. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Settle the score. The Carolina Ford dealers. There's $1,000 headed for the Shriners Crippled Children's Hospital as a result of the touchdown. By the way, that touchdown, longest pass in Shrine Bowl history, it tied a record set in 1965. All right, South Carolina coming back. That's number 11. Boy, he does double duty out there, doesn't he? That's Sean Graves on that return, out over the 25 to the 26-yard line. Watch the play again. God, he got some zip on that ball that time, didn't he, Mike?
It made a difference in the play, Harold. And you see the rest is just Summers by himself, doing a great job. Staying in bounds, staying on his feet.
Spins. And look at the moves, the cuts.
Right here, what balance.
Up. You thought he was going down. Number 22, what a great feeling that has to be. What a great feeling that has to be. We're back live. There you see number 22. I don't know if he's aware of the fact he just tied a record set back in 1965. But we'll see now. Wesley Tate is in the game for South Carolina. And Shelly Hammonds gets the handoff. There's a fumble. North Carolina has recovered. Wesley Tate, he's the best passer on the South Carolina team. And they put him in there for the obvious reason, but he kept it on the ground with a handoff here. Oh, that never got there. There was a slip. Hammond slipped as he took the handoff, and North Carolina recovers. Certainly within field goal range here, but they want more at the 21-yard line with 2:11 to go in the first half, and they've got all their timeouts remaining. Scott Yeomans made the recovery for North Carolina. He's played a great first half.
Yes, he's been everywhere.
There you see the turnovers. Boy, nothing much. Todd Decker, I think he wanted to throw the football. John Kirksey, 320-pounder, had other ideas. Loss of 5. 2nd down now and 15. Back in 1965, Neb Hayden drilled one to Mike Kelly. 85-yard touchdown pass. And now, 23 years later, that record is tied. 2nd down for North Carolina. Clock is running, a minute 34, minute 33. From the eye, it's Gracie Walker. Gracie's going to be hit and tripped up. That drew an ooh and an ah from this crowd. John Kirksey, again, in on the tackle for South Carolina.
Well, Kirksey's starting to get warmed up here, making plays back to back.
There they had the draw play coming right back to him. Did not fool anyone. Kirksey there to make the play.
North Carolina, I believe, will take a timeout right now. They want to stop that clock with 1:15 remaining. And North Carolina knocking on the door again. This has been almost, well, not only a tremendous defensive first half, and North Carolina, I think, Mike, would probably get the edge defensively here because South Carolina had the ball. After a North Carolina turnover, they were driving, got down inside the 10-yard line, and North Carolina shut them down. They had third and less than a yard, tried a quarterback sneak, didn't go. On 4th and inches tried it and couldn't turn it in that time either. So North Carolina, offensively and defensively at the line of scrimmage, and that's what we talk about. And right now, I think that North Carolina might have the edge.
I think you're right, Harold. I think coming into the football game, everyone thought it'd be just the opposite with the size that South Carolina has in the interior. But it has not been. North Carolina, I guess they've been fired up. They've heard all the talk about the size and strength of South Carolina, but they've shown that they are here to play football today, and they've controlled the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 17 for North Carolina, operating at the South Carolina 28-yard line. Decker throws the pass, and it's going to be caught. Incomplete, out of the end zone. It was Robert Hinton. No, one official says yes, another says no. What are they going to call it? Is it a touchdown? One official said no, and a trail official, he said no, but the official on the line said yes, it's a touchdown. The trail official in the end zone said no. He indicated incomplete. The other official, who was right on the sideline, said no. He had a foot in bounds. That's a touchdown for North Carolina. We'll see it again, I'm sure. 6-eye for the point after. Line drive. Gets it through there. North Carolina leads it 14-0. Here it is again. Watch it
drop
tip.
back to throw. He just lays it up. The receiver's there, and the ball is tipped initially. He comes down, and it's tough to tell, but he had 1 foot in. That's all you need in high school football.
There it is. In the left-hand corner, you can see the indication is, but the trail official coming over indicated incomplete.
Great
North
concentration
Carolina,
by Hinton there.
Absolutely, and not only that, but you're looking at a wall over there in the corner.
See if we can see it any better here. Howell back to throw. He's going long all the way to Hinton. Just lays it up for him. Defensive back is there to make the play. Tips the ball up in the air. It actually goes off of Hinton's helmet. He keeps his eye on it and brings it down. And his foot is in bounds. A good call by the ref.
Like it was in. That left foot was just barely in. North Carolina 14-0 lead with 1:06 to go in the first half. Surprise, surprise. South Carolina was favored coming into this game. 6-eye's kick taken at the 11-yard line. South Carolina looking for the good return. It's Shelly Hammonds. Hammonds is going to go down at the 25-yard line. North Carolina inspired is the word, Mike.
There's a catch one more time. They can freeze it. Watch Hinton come down with the ball right here, and his foot is one time in right inside the white line.
It is. I was watching the official. I was watching the trail official who was indicating incomplete, and then right in front of him, the other official was saying touchdown. Settle the score. The Carolina Ford dealers, they're writing another check. $2,000 donated now to the Shriners Hospital. We've got 43 seconds to go in this first half. Does South Carolina try and just get something on the board? Do they keep it on the ground? Well, they'll try a reverse right here. On the move, it's Joe Wright. Wright, boys, game-saving or touchdown-saving tackle at the 49-yard line by Liddell George. 28-yard gain. I want to tell you what, if George doesn't make that tackle, it's 14-7.
That's right. Put the move right here, number 34. Cuts back inside, gets the reverse air, and then there's a touchdown-saving tackle.
Nice move, Joe. You look good on that one, fella. At the 47-yard line with 22 seconds to go now in the half, and South Carolina will spend a timeout now. Well, that might change the complexion around, because I think Lon Armstrong was thinking he wasn't going to throw the football back there, Mike, and he's thinking, well, if we can run it out, let's just see what happens. But he gets a good gain now. Now he's got to be thinking perhaps even a field goal if we can't get anything else.
It does. It changes his mind. I think he was just going to keep the ball on the ground, as you said, Harold, try to get a few yards, just run the clock out. He got great yardage on the play. Now he can't get in field goal position or maybe even scoring position with a touchdown with a couple of pass plays here. They've got to watch the clock, because there's only 22 seconds left. They've got the quarterback in that can throw the football, so they've got to they're probably looking for sideline patterns and trying to stop the clock.
This is the 52nd annual Shrine Bowl game here at Memorial Stadium in Charlotte, and in the past there have been some great ones. folks. Look at the Duke. In 1952, in 1969, Haskell Stanback played his high school football at Kannapolis, North Carolina. Freddie Solomon, Stanley Morgan. Look at Mike Epley, 1979. Mike, we even gave you the top billing right there. Ethan Horton, William Perry, Tony Rice. The list goes on and on. Tony Rice, it looks like, will be playing on a national championship team at Notre Dame. All right, this is the situation now. 22 seconds to go in the first half. South Carolina, they want some points here. And you're going to see him throw this football. The pass is going to be dropped. Number 41, that was James Reeves. Joe Wright was the intended receiver. I wonder maybe if Reeves thought this is too good to be true. I'll tell you what, he had a touchdown if he picks that one off, Mike.
I say, Harold, he did. He's got a clear sailing. If he gets the ball right here, comes down with it. He's got nothing but sidelines in front of him.
South Carolina has attempted one pass in this game. Howe is 4 for 7 for North Carolina, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. Well, North Carolina, they don't want to give up anything this late in the half with 16 seconds to go, Mike. They sure don't want to give up something and let South Carolina get back in it here with 2nd down and 10. But the way South Carolina has played years past and tradition brings in this game, they can do anything. There's the pass. It's going to be incomplete again at the 20-yard line. 2 defenders back. Jerry Smith from Daniel High School in Central was the intended receiver, and Victor McBride was back defending.
Take back to throw the football. Looks downfield, has a receiver coming.
Had a wobble on it, too, just like the last one. Not a very well-thrown ball.
No, it wasn't thrown behind the receiver, and there again, you credit North Carolina's defense there with good coverage.
Robert Hinton also back defending on the play. We've got 11 seconds to go. If they're going to do something and get close, perhaps for a field goal try, they need to get down inside the 40-yard line. Richie Eagle, his longest this season has been 42 yards. He's got a big kick. He's got a big leg on him. But this is a little too far out, even another 8 or 9 yards. All right, what's Wesley Tate going to do here? He's going to pitch that ball. Number 39 is Andre Nelson. Nelson is out of bounds at the 31 with 3 seconds to go. They'll get a shot at a field goal. Ronald Smith knocked him out. Big play, 15-yard gain.
And Nelson getting the ball here from Tate. Just a little short pass. Everybody looking deep, but get the ball in a hurry there. He gets a stiff arm, good stiff arm to get enough yardage to get out of bounds. And it looks like they're going to try a field goal here, Harold.
Richie Eagle, this is within his range. They're going to put it at the 39-yard line. Going to put it at the 38. A 48-yard attempt by Richie Eagle. We mentioned his longest has been 42. He put a couple through there warming up before the game today.
Well, Eagle weighs 210 pounds, so if he can put that behind it.
Graves will be holding. Got a high snap. Line drive kick. And it's short and to the left. And with that, the first half will come to a close. A very good first half for the Tar Heels from North Carolina. Mike, I think they surprised 18,000 plus out here today. And I got to be honest, surprised a lot of us.
They surprised me, Harold. I'll tell you that. Going into the halftime at 14-0 lead, I think a lot of people were shocked and stunned. We got a long second half to go, though.
You know.